I mentioned earlier, if you joined us for previous broadcast, no teams above 500 in the prior two games, but this one features two above the 500 mark in the 6-1 Indians and the 3-1 Jets. Taking a look at who will be on the floor to begin this one. For the Indians, Purifoy, Morales, Jones, Brown, and Fulu. Meanwhile, taking to the hardwood for the Jets, it will be Bueno, Gunington, Diaz, Fosa, and Papin. Robert Williamson set to bring the coverage. I don't know how many years we've been doing this, the Pete Arrington Classic, but it is back for another dandy year. Here's the marquee matchup. And Chipola and South Georgia Tech getting ready to tangle, and the ladies have met at the mid part of the floor. And there you have got Fatsa and Jones. And actually, Fatsa looked away at the time the ball was thrown skyward. So the tip is controlled by Chipola. As we get play underway. And it's another one of those Georgia-Florida battles. Fatsa with the block. It is picked back up and put back in by Brown. And then the foul committed as well. So Fatsa picking up the foul. And apparently it was after the fact. Not while in the act of shooting. Well, no, wait a minute. Brown is coming to the strike. And it was committed while in the act of. And Brown with an opportunity for three. Rebounded by Diaz. Down it goes to Gunington. And the turnover, that's been something common this afternoon, especially in the first half. In the first half of the two games that preceded, you had a total, the two games combined, of 67 turnovers. Check that, 57 turnovers. Maybe it felt like 67. And already a number of turnovers in this one. Papin sending it down to Fatsa. Shot no good, and the board is grabbed by Fulu. Continuing to back it out near the mid part of the floor. That is Purifoy, and she'll throw it away. Well, this is a Chipola squad that is the team of the, I'm going to call them unique dudes, because however you want to fix your hair, it's cool with me. Bueno for three. They're just kind of unique. Fulu with the pink and white. And you got Purifoy with the red. And they got a kind of a unique bun look for Morales. Missed opportunities. Brown had a couple of chances, couldn't connect. Stolen away, Purifoy. And it's a one-on-one, Bueno and Purifoy over to Fulu. Off the glass and rim, not there. Put back is not either. But Jones is fouled and will have a chance at the strike. So Diaz picking up the personal. It will be her first. And back at the stripe shooting is Jones, a 76% free throw shooter on a 66% free throw shooting Chipola squad. And she'll get her first of two. Lead flip-flops back over to Chipola. Diaz able to track it down, but then walked with it. She got to it, but took an extra step with it. And it'll be Chipola basketball. Chipola out of Region 8, as a matter of fact. All of the teams, all 6 teams involved in this weekend's Classic come from 2 regions, Region 8 and Region 17. And Region 8 has been more successful today. Okay, they've been exclusively successful. South Georgia Tech trying to change that here in the last game of the day, and a Region 17 team win. Turned over by Goonington. Chipola's got it, brought in for the baseline on the opposite end of the floor by Brown. Jones giving it back over to Morales. And out front, Purifoy's got it. Directing a little traffic in a 7-3 game. Three-pointer, it is no good for Morales. Able to track down the board. Jones, and then Jones trying to bang it off the leg of a Jet. Actually threw it out of bounds. And the Jets will have possession. Fatsa puts it in play. Lost dribble, picked up by Jones. To the glass, nothing there for Morales, and there is a foul underneath. It is committed by Brown. Diaz back into the ball game. Fatsa is out. Into the game for the Jets is Jessica Kalani. Bueno, this dribble is stolen away by Purifoy. Over to Morales, launches the three and hits it. And a couple of threes, the difference. And they have prompted a timeout asked for by Jason Carpenter. 6:18 to play. Quarter number 1, Chipola jumps out with a 7-point lead. Well, I believe that is Miami-Dade up in the stands watching the game, and obviously they would have some interest in this one because tomorrow they have got the South Georgia Jets, South Georgia Tech. So hanging around tonight to check out who they'll be playing tomorrow. Coming out of a timeout, Jets basketball. Over to Goonington. And coming out of the timeout, got some new personnel on the floor. That is Mio Sakano into the ball game for the Jets. Got it on the right side. And that'll be tipped away by Morales. Also Destiny Bishop in. Bishop to put it in play from in front of the Chipola bench. Gives it to Sakano. Shot clock at 5. Over it goes to Diaz, and she'll walk. Opening quarter of play, Chipola and South Georgia Tech, a couple of teams who have only lost once. For South Georgia Tech, it was a season opening loss to Gulf Coast and nothing but wins since, including a couple down in Tampa, Florida, knocking off St. Pete and Hillsborough. And this is only the second game of the year on their home floor. Out it goes to Jones, over to Morales, shoots the three. She's got another one. She's the difference right now in the game. Nearly taken away by Morales. Jets with a single field goal, that from Bueno, as Bishop leaves the game and Papin is back in. In play to Bueno, top of the key. Works it over right side near the timeline, picks up the dribble, says, heck, if you're going to back off, I'll shoot. Purifoy grabs the rebound. That is Morales, another three. She's got 3 threes early in this one. Sakano fouled from the backside. Missed the shot, but goes to the stripe. So Sakano will shoot. Well, apparently one of those threes was a long two for Morales. They've got her with a total of 8 points on the scoreboard here. South Georgia Tech, a 64% free throw shooting team. And Funtz stepped into the paint early. Didn't make it, wouldn't have counted either way. Goonington back in. And Sakano coming to the sidelines. In play to Jones to Purifoy. Lobbed into the paint, Fulu with a miss. Able to come out with it is Bueno. Back over to Goonington. Over to Fatsa, back out front Diaz. Bueno lost it, able to track it down in the corner. Over to Papin, and Papin will shoot the long two. Fulu with a board, snatched it away from Diaz. Fulu from short range. And Chipola with a 14-point lead. Out front and goes to Papin, shoots the three ball. Off the side of the backboard, Morales with a rebound. Wide open for the three, Jones with a miss. Able to come up with a board, Morales. Well, she's hot tonight. 3 threes in a 2, 11 total. Chipola's jumped out to the 20-3 lead. Prompting a second South Georgia Tech timeout.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Papa and young ones enjoying basketball here at the hangar. in Americus. 3:25 to play in the first. And a barrage of threes, leading to a Chipola 17-point advantage. As we come out of a timeout and a steal. Morales able to take it away. So not what Coach Carpenter was wanting coming out of the timeout. The Indian steal. Over to Purifoy. Into the paint, short on the shot. Loose ball able to wrap it up, Fatsa. Over it goes to Papin, and too strong with the attempted lay-in. Morales down to Purifoy, who shoots for three. That is Maria Favero, who is in for the Jets. Down it goes to Fatsa. And she'll be fouled by Fulu. So Fatsa will head to the stripe. Fulu picking up her first personal. And Fatsa trying to snap a string of points. 18 in a row for this Chipola squad. One of two goes Fatsa. Kalani back into the ballgame. Fatsa will get her first breather and come off the floor in a 20-4 contest. Back it goes to Purifoy. Morales to Fulu. Shooting the three ball. That rims in and out for Jones. Goodington with a board. Stands out near midcourt. Goes left side to Bueno. Bueno with the only field goal of the quarter thus far. Goodington. Loose ball retrieved by Diaz. And she'll be tackled by Mareem Diouf. And the Diouf foul will keep it on this end of the floor. Bishop back into the ballgame. Diaz out for South Georgia Tech. And Bueno to put it in play from the baseline. Sneaks it to Kalani. Back over to Bueno. Goodington to Papin. And she'll be charged with the offensive. Papin running into Morales and Fulu. And that will be the first on Papin. It is the third on the Jets. Purifoy to Jones. Over it goes to Morales. Jones for three. And the lead goes to 19. Fatsa back at the scorer's table, set to come back into the ball game. And you got a hand check foul on Jones, Jasmine Jones. Here comes Fatsa in, and Kalani will exit the game. Jones with a foul, Bishop at the strike. Destiny Bishop, a 67% free throw shooter, averaging a little less than 5 a game. Goes one of two. And stepping into the lane a little bit early was Dioff. So Bishop will have another opportunity to try to knock down this second of two. And makes good on this one. In play to Dioff, back to Purifoy. Lob to the other side of the floor, leaning in is Dioff, and she will draw the foul. Fatsa picking up the personal. And I believe that's going to be 2 on Fatsa, and she will come out of the game. Diaz will check in. Well, Dioff goes to the stripe. Dioff, a 75% free throw shooter. Hits 1 of 2. Over it goes to Bishop. Bueno working it top side. Over to Papin. Guninen's got it. Bueno rattling the 3 in and out. Dioff with the board. Back out front to Purifoy. About a second difference between game and shot clock. And there is a foul on Diaz. And that'll be her second. And it's the 5th team foul in the quarter, which means a trip to the stripe for Fulu. Fulu hitting 43% of her free throws. Averaging 3 points a game, getting her second start of the year tonight. The mainstays have been Purifoy, Morales, Jones, and Brown. It is that 5th spot that has varied from night to night. You've had Fulu with a couple of starts. You've had Wimba DeLonga with 6 starts. I would assume she must be the Indian on crutches. And you've had, well, otherwise the starting rotation set. We have played a quarter. And after 10 minutes of basketball, the lead is 19 for Chipola.
You've played some travel ball, you've shared the videos. Mom and Dad can only root so much. It's time to get real interest from the colleges and scouts in your area, right where you live. That's why the Showcase Series is different. We're not just another tournament, we're an advancement event where you get real-time exposure with live TV coverage of our games that get you seen directly by the coaches you want to impress from anywhere in the world. Register for events at showcaseseries.org. It's your turn at bat.
And got to give a little screen time to our gentleman there in the doorway. You know, I've been coming to games for I don't know how long here. But he's a mainstay. He's somebody you expect to see. Big supporter for South Georgia Tech. You know, the painful part, I've got to admit, is I don't know that we've ever exchanged names. But he's one of the guys that speaks to all the fans and welcomes them to the hangar. 10 minutes of basketball under our belts. And a commanding Chipola lead. But South Georgia Tech, and I'm sure part of the conversation during the timeout has been, hey, listen, we got 3 quarters of the game still to go. So, you know, don't worry about it from the perspective of the game's over. It's not. Worry about it from the perspective of getting back into the ball game, a quarter at a time. I mean, the lead's 19. You trim a mere 6 off the lead each quarter. By the end of the game, you're right back into it. Fatsa playing with 2 personals, but down by 19 going into the second. Got to get her into the game, and she will get her second free throw of the game. Another 1-for-2 trip to the line. Jones with a board. Back over to Purifoy. Into the corner it goes to Brown. Brown will throw it away, trying to force it to Jones. Sakana to Bueno, Papin to Gunington. And she's a little bit short of the shot from the paint. Trying to knock down the bunny and just came up about 6 inches short. Chipola basketball. Put in play to Brown, back over to Purifoy. Morales stepping out of bounds. And it will be South Georgia Tech basketball. Well, it's not the kind of start you want into the second stanza, but you have picked up a little bit. Knocked one off the lead. One off the lead's better than none off the lead, or the lead growing. Jasmine Jones picking up her second foul. And it's not like the Indians don't have some foul issues, too. Gunington with a reverse. And South Georgia Tech to a 3-0 start in quarter number 2. Gunington with a rebound, flips it over to Bueno. Gunington for 3. Nails it. 5 straight from Gunington. 6 straight for the Jets. And there's collision in the paint. And Fatsa is going to be charged with a foul. That is going to be her 3rd. And she is definitely coming out now. And will sit out the remainder of the half. And you can see Brown limping, going to the sidelines after the Fatsa foul. Diaz rebounding the Purifoy miss. But then you've got a foul committed. Apparently it's going to be Diaz, who's now also picked up her 3rd. So not the kind of situation you want to be in if you were a Carpenter. In that you've got a couple of your starters sitting on the bench with 3 personals each. Fulu with a miss. Hinano Imamura coming into the ball game for the Jets. Two minutes in, and all of the second quarter scoring have belonged to the Jets. Bucket good from Bishop. She'll get fouled and have a chance for 3. Bueno picking up her second foul. And Bishop at the stripe. Well, if you're the Jets, you got to like the fact that you've taken 9 off of the lead in the span of 2 minutes. And John Markham wants to talk to his Indians. He didn't like this 9-0 run. Jets, on the other hand, kind of like it. Jets have gone on a 9-0 run in the first 1 minute and 59 seconds of the second stanza. And have trimmed the 19-point lead to 10. They're going to have to play for the remainder of the half, likely without the services of two, Fatsa and Diaz. Both have picked up 3 personals. Indians bringing it in from the baseline. Purifoy to Jones, and Bishop will rip it away. Bueno got the bucket, drew the foul. And the string of unanswered points goes to 11. With Bueno trying to make it 12. Morales to the other end of the floor, lays it up and lays it in. And that string of unanswered Jet points stops at 11. Bueno kicking it over to Papin, puts up the 3. It's an air ball, but Bueno gets it. Out front to Guniden. Over to Bishop. She'll shoot the long 3. Banged off the window. Into Purifoy. Morales has got it. She walks. Jets get it back. A chance to make it a 5, maybe a 4-point game. Guniden feeding it to Bueno. It is stripped away. Up with a loose ball is Diop. Goes over to Purifoy. And there's a foul down low. That'll be charged to Jones. It's her 3rd personal. And now you've got 3 starters, 1 Indian and 2 Jets, with 3 personals. Bishop feeding it out to Bueno. Left open for the 3, off the rim. Morales with it. Weaving through Jets, hands it back to Jones. Diop giving it to Purifoy. And there is a Bueno foul. That'll be her 2nd of the game. Sacano checking into the game. And Bueno with those 2 personals will go to the sidelines. Brown back into the game. Jones out for Chipola. Put in play to Morales. And it's swatted away by Sicano, picked up by Bishop. To the other end of the floor, Morales will reach in from the backside and tip it away. So Sicano to put it in play for the baseline for the Jets. Does so to Bishop, to Gunington. Quick toss to Bishop, shoots the three, hits it. Jets within 4. Purifoy, top of the key. Over it goes to Diop. Stolen away. Imura's got it. Sicano. The lay-in by Gunington. It's a bucket ball game. Over to Purifoy. And Diop will get fouled by Imamura. And the Jets have just erased in the span of 4 minutes and 30 seconds a 19-point lead. Turned it into a 2-point game. Diop missing the first of 2. Favero into the ball game, and coming out for the Jets is Sicano. Meanwhile, Diop out of the game, and I think it is Jones back in for the Indians. 3 ball from Papin. And there was a foul in the paint. Let's see who that is charged to. I have not seen it indicated on the scoreboard yet. There we go. It is Bishop picking up the foul. And Purifoy will head to the stripe. Purifoy averaging 16 a game. Hitting 77% of her free throws. Goes 1 of 2. Rebounded by Bishop. Bishop lost into the paint, then thrown away after the steal by Brown. Now tipped by Brown and taken right back. She'll lay it in and extend the lead to 6. Imamura over to Papin. Into the corner, Bishop. Nibbles the rim on the 3 try. And a foul called on Favero. So Favero picking up the personal. And Fulu is back at the stripe. Fulu with a couple of points in the ball game. Hitting the first of 2. Chipola trying to rebuild the lead after a 19-point advantage was trimmed to 2. Imamura coming out of the ball game, and Sicano is back in. That is a walk on Sicano. Chipola to put it in play from in front of their own bench. Purifoy, who hasn't been off the floor, getting into Morales. And Morales with the scoop draws the foul. And let's see who committed this one. It might be Bishop again. It will be, and that's 2 on Bishop. So a lot of foul issues for the Jets. You've got Fonsa with 3. You've got Diaz with 3. You've got Bueno with 2. You got Bishop with 2. Morales trying to extend the lead back to double digits. Rebounded and put back by Brown. Favero giving it to Sicano. Got the mismatch she wanted against Morales. Fulu from short range. And there was a collision. But the collision did not draw a foul. It was a walk charge to Gunington. Chipola with a basketball. Inside 4 to play, half number 1. At halftime, David Finley is our guest. Going to walk by Purifoy. Into the ball game for the first time, it is Miriam Alanwavan. And yeah, there's a good chance. Some of these names are getting butchered. My apologies. O-L-A-W-O. I think that's a V. Could be a Y. Ola Wavan is what I'm going with until told otherwise. Jones putting it in play to Purifoy. Got a time infraction or a timeout? Got a timeout. Asked for by Chipola to avoid the time infraction. With 3 minutes to play in the half. Put in play to Morales as we get inside the 3-minute mark. Purifoy, the bucket. It counts and the foul committed too. Papin picking up the foul. That will be her second. And typically with a couple of fouls, you're bringing somebody off the floor, but there's 4 now with at least 2 for the Jets. You may not have a lot of folks you can bring off the bench. Imamura missing from short range. Fulu with a board. Three-pointer for Jones. Over it goes to Sakano. And she'll turn it over. Flip towards the hoop by Jones. No good. Sakano with a board. Rips it over to Imamura. Into the corner to Papin. Sakano with it out front. Back over to Imamura. Shoots the three. Misses. And Morales will grab the board. Gives it over to Purifoy. Morales. Gunningen will steal it away. Papin. Didn't like what she saw. Turns around, puts up the longer two. Bishop coming out with the board. Out in front, it goes to Sakano. Over to Gunningen. 5 points in the game for Gunningen. And you got a jump ball between she and Alavawin. Possession arrow belongs to the Indians. And Purifoy to put it in play, does so to Morales. Back over to Purifoy. There's an easy opportunity for Alawoven. Just not able to get the bunny to drop. Taking it baseline, Sakano for two. Morales missing on the three try. Tipped out, Imamura over to Gunningen. Back out it goes to Papin. Into the corner. Imamura for three. Knocks it down. In and out. Purifoy's put back, no good. Morales will get it, won't be able to put it up and in. That will bring the half to a conclusion. But we talked about it. If you can trim about 6, and they trim 7. Each corner off of, after one stanza, was a 19-point lead. And by the end of the ball game, if you are the Jets, you're right back into the ball game. 44-32 Chipola halftime lead. A conversation with David Finley coming up at halftime.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
Great to have with us at halftime David Finley, who is an academic dean there at South Georgia Tech. David, how you doing?
I'm great. How are you?
I am doing good. Let me say thank you very much for these annual conversations. I want to think this is maybe the third year now that we have chatted once a year about stuff going on there. Thank you very much.
Thanks. I look forward to these as well.
Not only academic dean, I know you as the brain thrust behind the music and the PA there at South Georgia Tech games. I love your approach. It's unique. It's kind of a dry sense of humor tossed in with some music that is apropos for the moment. So is that stuff that just comes naturally, or do you have to work on it? Do you do a little rehearsal?
Oh, I'm always rehearsing things in my head and looking for different ways to get my sense of humor out there. Not a lot of people appreciate it. It took my wife almost 20 years. We'll be married 30 in July, but it took her almost 20 years to get used to my sense of humor. So I can understand why people in the crowd don't get it. But I don't do it for them. I do it for me. And
Well,
you.
well, hey, and I appreciate it. I don't know what that says about me that I do get it and got it early. So,
Mhm.
but now where a situation is concerned, you're kind of like you've got to do some instantaneous thinking because I'm assuming you've got at your fingertips access to all these songs that have different lyrics that are convenient for the moment, but you've got to be able to do that in the span of about 5 seconds. So, how do you do it so quickly?
You just try to stay in the game and figure out what's going on and seeing uh, the players in action. The really hardest time I have is trying to get music loud enough to cover the coaches when they call a timeout. Um, Last game we had, I didn't connect it up properly, so I wasn't able to play the music, and it was obvious I needed to cover some of our coaches. So I figured that out, and hopefully we'll be back in rare form this weekend.
There are new, I call them mini jumbotrons on each end of the floor. Do you play a role or will you play a role in what we see on those boards, those displays?
Oh yeah, that's new to us, and Doug Gooden, we got a new board also, so he's busy putting players in, and so I'm in charge of what you see now. Uh, we've got a few preset slides, and I'm working with Terry Battle, our athletic assistant administrator, and she and I are going to come up with some different slides to try to capture the moment of what just happened, and of course to add a little bit of humor to what's going on. I'm trying to get the Price is Right sad horns to go after they miss a foul shot or something like that, or looking for some air ball slides and brick slides, and the bank is open when someone banks a long three, that type stuff.
So you are taking what you've been doing audio only and you're going to take it and make it a video display as well.
Well, yes, and that's something I've got to learn. I'm not very uh, computer minded. I came into the computing world with the green screen dot matrix screen, so it's kind of passed me by. But Terry said she's good at it, so together we're gonna learn and come up with and make games more fun for everybody.
I noticed too that there was a new robotic critter that was on the floor over the weekend. What is that?
That is Sergeant, and it comes from the first three letters of South Georgia Tech, SGT. We bought him to help us run STEM camps and to show kids, grade and middle school kids, what they can do in STEM. But Dr. Watford was at a conference in Savannah, and the company that sold it, you showed him a video of them taking a football out for opening kickoff, and he says, I want to do that. So I got with Chad Brown, our precision machining instructor, and within 2 days, Chad had designed and 3D printed basketball holster to attach to him. And now we walk him out there for opening, halftime.
And is that going to be a commonplace? I mean, we're going to see that delivery of the basketball every game?
Yes, if he will cooperate. There's different, I've had to learn how to operate it. And, so that's three things I'm doing at a game, plus getting everybody through the national anthem and lineups. So we just got to do it in practice. By the end of the year, we'll have it down just in time to forget enough of it for next year and after we learn it.
All right, let's talk about academic deaning. I don't know if deaning is a word, but let's talk about your job there at South Georgia Tech. What all does it involve? And I'm assuming, based on the fact that I've heard you promote during games, people, I think, applying and checking out the school, that it does indeed focus on just that.
Yeah, I do a lot of recruiting. Our spring semester starts January 11th. So from now until then, students can come and register. We also have, we call them B and C terms. You can take classes for the first half of the semester, and then you can take a different set of classes for the second half. So if you're out there and you're watching this in late February and you think it's too late, we probably got a C term for you. So you can come see us anytime. That's just one of the many things we do. South Georgia Tech invested a lot of money in a mobile lab. And we've got a lot of hands-on displays in that. And because those promote my program, Ms. Partain, our new Vice President of Academic Affairs, asked me to oversee it. So I'm always in there building new things for those folks, getting instructors' input on how to make it better. But we are starting to get really active with that and taking that mobile lab to different middle schools and high schools and getting students involved in knowing what South Georgia Tech offers. And of course, Sergeant the Robot Dog is a big hit out there too. But so if you're out there and you'd like us to come, just give me a call.
Now, if there is someone that would be interested in you coming, or a student that is interested in more information in regards to South Georgia Tech, what's the best method? I mean, I know you can go online and get the info, but would you prefer them making some direct contact too?
Sure. The best way I can tell you is feel free to reach out to me. My number is 229-931-2068. And if I don't answer, leave me a message and I'll be happy to get back in touch with you for registration, mobile lab. If you've got any questions about any program at South Georgia Tech, what we offer, we'll be happy. I mean, I'm happy to stop everything and talk to you.
Give me that number again so we can pass it along.
Okay, it's 229-931-2068. Or you can email me at dfinley@southtech.edu.
Okay. Question in regards to, I know when I spoke with Dr. John Wadford, he mentioned the new RN program that was there. Is that something too that changes the direction that you use to try to attract students as well?
Oh yeah. It's a bridge program, so it will get you from the LPN to the RN program, and we're really looking forward to that. Brett Murray is another academic dean, and he's over that program, and they're really excited, and he's spending all his waking hours getting that thing up and running so that we can be a better service to our community and our students.
David Finley, great job on the sidelines every game, and thank you very much for information in regards to South Georgia Tech. And again, I've got the number in the email, so if they don't contact you directly, hey, folks, get in touch with us and we'll pass that along. Great talking with you again, David, and we'll see you game day.
All right. Looking forward to it.
Just about all Wayne Jones County. Diving catch at shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it.
University of Alabama Online, where legends log in. A tradition of excellence. Decades of experience in distance learning. Empowering students of all ages. More than 90 degree and certificate programs to advance your career. UA Online. Flexible, affordable, legendary. Let your computer be your campus. Visit online.ua.edu.
A 44-32 Chipola advantage after two, but if you keep in mind that Chipola had a 19-point lead after the first. Jets able to slice 7 off the lead. If they do it again, you're making it a potential Jet win by the time you get to the fourth. Of course, you're taking on a Chipola squad, highly ranked out of that Panhandle Conference. Not going to be an easy task, and do have a lot of foul issues, but that 11-0 run to begin the second stanza for the Jets spoke highly of these Jets against a Panhandle Conference team. Did not give up. Bishop laying it in from down low, and it's a 10-point game. And you got a foul committed on the trip down. That's one thing that really neither team needs to do. You've got 10 Chipola fouls and 14 Jet fouls in the first half. And you saw some of the team numbers. One of the numbers you didn't see, pretty evenly matched first half. from the standpoint of shooting percentages, but what you didn't see was the free throw shooting, but it was pretty even too. 53% for Chipola, 56% for the Jets. So very even numbers in the first half. Purifoy couldn't get the bounce. And there's a foul on the floor, and if it's Diaz, that's going to be 4. And it is Diaz. So she will pick up her 4th foul. Put in play to Fulu, and Fulu dropping it in. Diaz really couldn't do a whole lot without the potential of picking up her 5th foul and checking out of the game very, very early. Top scorer in the first half for Chipola, Morales with 14. She also was tied with a rebounding lead with 5. That tied Jasmine Jones. Purifoy with 5 assists in the first half. And there were a number of Indians that didn't come off the floor. Fulu, Jones, they didn't, and Purifoy only did for 11 seconds. Into the corner to Morales. And that's how she put some space between the Jets and the Indians in the first quarter, dropping in the threes. 17 now in the game for Morales. Papin lays it in. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the top scorer was Bishop coming off the bench with 11. Morales another 3. Top rebounder in the first half for South Georgia Tech was Goonington with 4. Most time on the floor, Goonington's 19 minutes and 8 seconds was tops. Points off turnovers, 22 for Chipola, 12 for the Jets. From the bench, Jets 18 compared to just 3 for the Indians. Jones, 3-point shot rolls around the cylinder and drops in. And that has prompted a Jets timeout. And Fatsu with 3 fouls. He's about to check into the ball game on a must-come-into-the-game basis.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
I love getting shots of fans in the stands. Here are the Hangar in Americas. You know, looked, well, you know, a little disgruntled, but still able to sing a little, you know, Christmas music. 7:08 to play, quarter number 3. Shot miss, Sakano gets it back. She will bank it off the glass, but not there. Diop with the board. Hands it over to Purifoy. And hey, she probably wasn't a disgruntled fan, by the way. Just, you know, a disgruntled Jet fan, not happy with the fact the Jets are down. But realizing there's plenty of time to go, 17-point deficit with 6 minutes and 37 seconds to go. But, again, you've got that variable tossed into the mix, and that's the foul problems. And they are extensive for the Jets. In it goes to Fulu. And there is an offensive on Fulu. And that'll be 3 on Fulu. So Chipola messing with messy foul situations too. Loose ball, battle to get it back. Bodies on the floor, one on top of the other. Fatsa and Purifoy. It's a jump ball on the possession arrow. We'll keep it on this end of the floor. Bishop coming back into the game. Came off the bench and scored 11 in the first half. But she's got foul issues too with 3. Sakano getting it over to Bueno. And Bueno's another with foul problems. And now Bishop picks up a foul. Actually, that's her 3rd there. So she had 2 prior. Thought that was going to be the 4th. It is the 3rd. Stolen away. Fatsa coming up with it, gives over to Bishop. Bueno tipped away by Purifoy, but able to pick it back up. Bishop trying to get it to Bueno. Adam will go off Fulu. So the Jets will still have possession. And Bueno will put it in play from the baseline. Into the corner to Sakano. And Sakano short on the 2 try. And Gunningen will pick up the foul. Got a hand draped around Brown's elbow. And that's 2 on Gunningen. Jones to the other end of the floor and gives it over to Morales, and Morales, 23 in the game. Averages 10 and has 23 tonight. Papin getting ready to check into the lineup. Bueno with a miss. Fulu reaches over everybody for the board. And the current 20-point lead is the largest of the game. Jones open for the 3, off the rim. And Fatsa is going to be charged with another foul, her 4th. So now you got Diaz and Fatsa with 4 fouls. Fatsa on the sidelines. I make that Fatsa on the floor. And on the bench with 4 is Diaz. As Fulu gets her first. She went 2 for 4 from the stripe in the first half. Hits both. Imamira coming into the ball game for the Jets. And Fatsa will go to the sidelines. Gunningen drives, lays it up and in. Got a foul on the floor. In a 20-point game, 4:58 to play. Quarter number 3. And that is going to be charged to Jasmine Jones. And that will be her 4th. And there's a timeout on the floor, and the timeout is compliments of us, the media. Media break, first one. First dead ball inside 5. .458 to play in the third. Jets bring it in from the baseline. Lob goes out front to Bueno. Spins in the paint, got a jump ball out of it. And the possession arrow will send us to the Chipola into the floor. Put in play to Morales. Brings it into the paint, leans in, not there. Fulu's follow-up is, and the lead goes to 22. Over to Goonington, who came off the floor for 52 seconds in the first half, and that has been it. And she will get the bucket, I think. Fourth foul on Brown. But apparently not. It'll be brought in for the baseline. Goonington to Sakano. Back to Goonington. Bueno from out front. And Fulu able to save it into the hands of Brown. Kisses it off the glass. Sakano couldn't get it to fall. Great looking move. Created the look she wanted, just couldn't get it to drop in. Purifoy, right side. And I think Goonington has just picked up another foul. The third. Here comes Bishop into the game. Papin going to the sidelines. Purifoy on the season, a 77% free throw shooter. In the first half, went 2 of 3. And goes 1 of 2. Given to Bueno, over to Bishop. Down low to Sakano. Sakano with a miss. It is rebounded by Jones, handed over to Purifoy. Goonington able to come up with a steal, takes it to the other end of the floor. Over to Bueno. From way out front. Air ball on the 3 try from Imamura. Out to Purifoy, back over it goes to Jones. Morales. She is on fire, as who's the comedian would say? It's the comedian out of Tennessee that my wife loves. Leanne Morgan. Yeah. 26 in the game for Morales. Diaz with 4 fouls, back into the ball game. Fatsa with 4 and in 2. Guninen coming off the floor, thrown away by Jones. Put in play from the baseline, 2:44 to go, quarter number 3. Jones had her 4 personals coming off the floor. Checking into the lineup is Alawoven. Alawoven had some first half minutes. Favero into the game too. Bueno off the glass. Lob down the floor to Fulu. That is Brown back into the ball game. And with the points, it is Fulu, now 14. Diaz with a miss on the 3-point try. And that is tipped out of bounds by Favero. And not just a tip, a foul as well on Favero. And Purifoy will shoot. (71-42) contest, 29-point lead for Chipola. Out of the Panhandle Conference. I was about to say arguably the toughest conference in junior college basketball. I don't know that you'd get much of an argument out of folks. I guess there's a conference somewhere that would say, hey, we're just about as tough. I think Fonsa has fouled out of the game. That's her 5th. And she will watch the rest of this one from the sidelines. Fatsa finishing with a couple of points. Favero the steal, couldn't get it to drop. Diaz and Purifoy. And the possession arrow will keep it on the Jets' end of the floor. Check that. Okay, now the officials say, hey, Jets are supposed to have the basketball. Indians almost got away with one. Brought it in, and we're about to take it to the other end of the floor, but it is Jets basketball. Bueno lost it. Diaz trying to get it back, but it will roll out of bounds. Purifoy puts it in play to Morales. And Morales will walk with it. Papin coming into the game. Out of the ball game is Bueno. And Sakano bringing it down the floor for the Jets with 1:21 to play in the third. Sakano gives to Papin, shoots the 3, rattles it in. Over to Purifoy with the inbounds. She'll bank it off the glass. Papin back over to Imamura, who has checked into the game. Papin's got it top side on the floor. Trying to get it to Favero. Stolen away by Morales. She'll get by Favero and then get fouled by Favero. And have an opportunity for a pair of free throws from the line. Morales leading all scorers with 26. And Favero has joined a large contingent of players, period. Jets specifically with 3 or more fouls. And Favero will come out of the game, Guninen back in. Morales missing the first, and we'll get one more. Jets apparently thinking it was a three-point opportunity, the and one. We had a game earlier today with a 30-point score. Lloyd from Georgia Highlands had 31. And Morales at 27 with a quarter to go. Imamura has it stolen away by Purifoy. Guninen into the corner, three-pointer off the rim. And we have wrapped up 3. Headed to the 4th and the last of 3 on the first of 2 days of the Pete Arrington Thanksgiving Classic. Just about all white. Jones County diving catch it, shortstop. Gross. Towards the gap. Diving catch in center field by Ben Aklinski. There is a shot towards deep short. Kraft's got it. Long throw over, and he got it. Ten minutes left to play in this one. Chipola with a big lead, 32-point advantage. And Jason Carpenter, head coach of South Georgia Tech, a realist. Understands overcoming a 32-point deficit against a 6-1 highly ranked Chipola squad. It's not that it's not likely to happen, it won't happen. But what he does hope to get out of the 4th stanza is cutting into the lead, not giving up. Playing the Jets brand of basketball. The stuff you practiced, the stuff you started the 2nd stanza with that gave you 11 in a row. That never say die mentality. Into the corner to Bueno. In rims out. Purifoy's got it. And Morales will lay it in on the other end of the floor. 29 for Morales. Papin from the corner. Off the rim, out of bounds. And it will be Indian basketball. And what you assume we're not going to get a lot of in the fourth is a stoppage of the clock. Off the glass. That is Brown for two. Not as many fouls in these games that see one team with a large lead over the other late. In a situation in which, as Gooninen shoots the three, you got Jets just about as anxious as Indians to wrap up the game and get ready for Saturday. Bueno picking up her third foul. And of course, basketball tomorrow starts at 1 o'clock Eastern. Brown with two more. She's joining a host of double-digit scores for Chipola. And your schedule tomorrow looks like this. 1 o'clock, Andrew College and this Chipola team. 3 o'clock, Georgia Highlands and Tallahassee. Lady Jets back onto the hardwood tomorrow against Miami-Dade at 5. Fulu picking up her fourth foul. Looking over to the scoreboard that also gives fouls and points. You've got a total of 4. 1 Indian and make that 1 Jet and 3 Indians. Playing with 4 fouls at the moment. And of course, 1 has fouled out. Papin off on the 3 try. Morales with it. Trying to zip it behind the back over to Jones. And that will go out of bounds. Last got a Jet. Indians will have it. Fulu with a miss. Diaz with a board. Stolen away by Morales. She drops it in, draws the foul, has a chance for 3, and has already hit 30. That is 31 in the game, matching the day's high from Lloyd for Georgia Highlands earlier. And Morales now with 32. Best performance of the day. Over to Purifoy. She's got it top of the key, and there's a Favero bump. That'll be the 4th on Favero. Well, there's the distinct impression, and it doesn't really take a rocket scientist to figure out that with still 7 minutes to go in the 4th, and now 1, 2, 3, 4 on the floor, 5 in the game with 4 personals, you're probably going to have somebody else foul out of the game. Stolen away by Bishop. Pulls up outside of the lane, gives over to Papin outside of the arc. She'll drop in the 3 ball. Morales missing on the 3. Papin with a board. Takes it coast to coast. Rebounded by Morales. Hands it over to Purifoy. Into the corner and goes to Purifoy from Jones. From the elbow, shot no good. Favero commits the foul, and she's done for the day. Picking up her 5th personal. And Imamura coming into the ball game. Favero and Fatsa both out of the game with 5. Diaz will remain on the bench with 4. Purifoy going to the stripe. And will hit her first of 2. She's got 12. All 5 starters for Chipola into double digits, led by the 32 from Morales. Demiro with a miss, Sakano with a rebound. Loose ball, and I think the officials now in a ball game that sees one team up by 40, letting a little more stuff go. Over to Bishop for 3. Off the rim, wrapped up by Jones. Brown from the charity stripe. Guninen singing it back into the corner to Amira. Bishop back out front to Guninen. And she took an extra step. And should be the last media timeout. 4:41 to play. Chipola on their way to a 7-1 record.
To South Georgia Technical College, where we make it happen.
Whether your dream is to become a welder, a nurse, a restaurant owner, electrician, or aircraft mechanic, South Georgia Technical College can help you make it happen. SGTC has over 200 associate degree, diploma, and technical certificate of credit programs of study available. Visit our website at southgatech.edu for more information or to apply, or call 800-928-0283.
So what are you waiting for? Let's make it happen.
John Watford and wife, and I'm making the assumption that could be another part of the family. President of South Georgia Tech in his familiar spot inside the hangar. Over to Purifoy, trying to get it down to Fulu, tipped out of bounds by Papin. And Purifoy will put it in from the near sidelines. Back into the corner to Purifoy from Morales. Brown for 3. 93 in the game for Chipola. 7 away from triple digits. And you got a quartet of New Indians getting ready to come into the ball game as Bishop misses the 2. And able to save it is Jones to Purifoy. Floated to the glass by Jones. That's 23 in the game for Jasmine Jones. Over to Papin. Imura for three. Too strong. And it's Fulu with the rebound. Hands it over to Morales. And a travel. Nope, a timeout. Timeout just for the purpose of getting in the subs. Fulu staying into the ball game, but otherwise everybody replaced. Diop in. Carmen Jones is in. Diana Menabueva in. And one more. Olawoven. And there is a walk by Olawoven. Papin out front to Bueno. Over to Bishop. Out it goes to Imamura. Thought about the three. Puts it on the floor. Slides it over to Kalani. Papin's got it. Puts up the three ball. Too strong. It is rebounded by Jones. Toss down low to Fulu. And Fulu for two. Bishop kicking it to Imamura. Imamura missing on the three. Bishop had it, lost it, and is picked up by Jones. And Jones will dribble it out of bounds. Jets with the basketball, 2:08 to play. Don't forget, everything kicks back up tomorrow at 1. 2, if you don't mind, subscribe to our YouTube channel. And follow us on all the social media. TikTok, Instagram, Threads, Facebook, Twitter. Rebounded by Papin off the Olovan miss. And there's a foul on the trip down. Non-shooting foul committed by Carmen Jones. Papin to put it in play. Does so to Bueno. The two no good, rebounded by Fulu. Over to Diop. Back out front it goes to Fulu. The three ball from Menabueva. Rebounded by Bueno. Kalani gives to Imamura. Shoots the three. Short on the shot. And Diop has got it. Hands it back over to Olovan. Three is short from Diop. And Bishop hurt on the drive. Up slowly, but apparently okay. So Bishop at the stripe after the personal charge to Villanueva. And Bishop will miss the first of two. Bishop with 13 in the game. Got 11 in the first half. Obviously, Chipola wants 100. But they might not get it. Jets are going to have the basketball. Shot clock off, 22 remaining in the game. Bishop throws it away. Over it goes to Dioff. Down low. Point scored by Villanueva. And that is going to put him into the ballgame. 99-48 final. 7-1 now is Chipola. And 3-2 on the season goes South Georgia Tech. And day number one of our Pete Arrington Thanksgiving Classic in the books. It starts again tomorrow at 1 o'clock. We will see you then. Thanks so much for watching. For all the folks with South Georgia Tech and JockJive, I'm Robert Williamson. So long, everybody.